Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I thought I would do something weird and different, so I'm going to put up my interview with Gina Bianca of the Network Salons. I am really excited for you to listen to this, and you can actually see how we interact because we had such a great time. So make sure you check her out, follow her, go see the amazing education that she is doing for you as a salon owner, business, artist, and entrepreneur. So make sure you check her out. And yeah, let's just jump right on in. So here is my interview with Gina Bianca. Hey guys, welcome back to the Wig Hackers podcast. And do I have a treat for you? I am so excited about this one. So it's very hard to get in touch with this woman, just saying on my end, because she is so busy with doing her thing. I want to introduce you the salon business expert. She owns salon concepts. Like, guys, you really have to check her out first off, because she's transforming the way stylists do hair and how they think about it, guys. So I want to welcome Gina Bianca. Woo woo woo! I need a horn. Honk honk honk.
Thank you so much for having me. It's an honor to be here. Thank you to everyone
Yeah.
listening and spending your time with us. I really appreciate you for taking the time to grow yourself and your business. And thank you, Daniel, so much for having me on your show.
Yeah. Okay. So what if you let's give them a little synopsis. Give them your little synopsis of you, who you are, how you got started, that whole little rundown.
Yeah, totally. So I'm a stylist, salon owner, educator, influencer, I guess, but more of an educator than anything. But I've been in the industry for over a decade. My first decade in the business, I graduated hair school. I was a amazing commission stylist, and then I moved into independent education. I was doing hair in my mom's house, and then I grew that into my first salon where I had an employee-based salon, Gina Bianca Hair. From there, I really was passionate about education, and I was really having a hard time with employees, but I learned so much in that business. GBH, my first salon, was my business school. So for 5 years, I just had so much experience with everything salon ownership. Like anything, I have an answer for it. If you ever had any questions, I definitely learned so much from that, and mostly by fucking up and mostly by
Mm, mm,
failing
mm.
and really like learning through experience, which I think is so valuable for me. And I have a quote that I go by: it's life is not happening to us, it's happening for us. And everything crazy that's happened in my life, and there's been a lot of crazy stuff, I just totally am grateful for, because I wouldn't be able to be here and sharing my story. And hopefully I can make you feel less alone, less icky, less weird. And just by sharing like all my stuff with you guys, it's good for me too. It's good for my soul to share. But after I was an employee-based salon, I really wanted to do education, and I really wanted to be famous. I really wanted to like make a name for myself in the business. And so I went off and became an educator, and I built an education business. We were doing $1 million, and we were traveling all over the world and teaching, and I was everywhere, and it was like a dream come true. I opened a booth rental salon, the Network Salon. That salon doubles as a huge education space where we do big, big, big classes, 200 people, and then COVID happened. So now we're doing online education,
Ah.
and we're adapting, and it's great. And I have my mastermind group. So I do digital in-person education. I got booth rental, I got employee based. I worked with a bunch of different brands, had all kinds of experience with them. And now I'm focusing on my own brand and really working on being known for business. And I really feel like that my experience says it all, and I really want to be there to share with you guys. So that's my bird's eye view of me. And I could talk
Yeah.
about any of these
Huh.
topics for 8 hours.
Yeah. Okay. So the first thing that pops into my mind, because I think I'm pretty motivated. How do you stay so motivated? Like, and all the
So
time. Like
it's pretty
like all the
unhealthy.
time.
So it's pretty unhealthy. I mean, I do consider myself a workaholic. If you have been following me or you know me at all, I'm open AF about this, but I actually went to rehab in 2020. I like took some time away, and I really needed help. I was struggling a lot with drugs and alcohol, and I was struggling a lot with like past trauma in my life.
Mm,
When I was a kid, like a lot of crazy shit happened in my family and in my life. And I was really kind of like asking for help for 20 years, but I never knew how to be like, hey, I need help. So for me, a way that I kind of run from my pain is in work. So
mm, mm. Oh.
Being a workaholic isn't really like frowned upon because you're so rewarded for it. So when you say like, how are you so motivated? You know, it's a blessing and a curse because
Mm.
it's not really motivation rather than using all the anger and hate and like crazy feelings inside me as power and assertiveness because every emotion has gifts, right? So I
True.
kind of have used that and I never knew until I went to rehab and spent 6 weeks there with no phone.
Uh,
I never really learned that, you know? So right now, I think that my biggest thing is subtraction, like getting as much out of my life as I possibly can so I can focus on one or two things. And for me, it's coaching in my mastermind group in my salon, um, which is a lot. Like those are three
like
full-time
those
jobs.
are huge. The three
Those are
full time.
three full-time jobs, and it requires a lot of attention, a lot of discipline. And to answer your question, how do I stay so motivated? I think that like I kind of like built this machine monster that I kind of have to manage now. And what I'm trying to do is be more disciplined.
Hmm.
And that's my goal. So it's really a blessing and a curse, and I'm grateful for it all. You know, so I'm not complaining. Trust me.
No,
I'm just
yeah,
like
no, no. I, we are kindred spirits as I work 24/7, 7 days a week. I'm always on. I'm always answering my DM. So I 100% answer.
totally
Like,
can relate.
okay, so who would play you in the film of your life?
Lady Gaga.
Ah,
I am Lady
okay.
Gaga. Lady Gaga is me. I believe in like freaking weird reincarnation and time doesn't exist. So I feel like I've already been Lady Gaga or Lady Gaga has already been me. Like she's my idol. I have her tattooed.
Yes.
Like I love
Oh,
her. But if anyone could play me, I think it would be her, like because she's so complicated and passionate and beautiful and like her mission in life is like so similar to mine and just like I just love everything she does. I'm like not obsessed, but I'm like obsessed. Like I'm not creepy. Like
no.
I did hair on one of her music videos. I never met her though, like in person, like hi, I'm Gina. I would never bother her on set, duh. But I work with her foundation and we do a lot of stuff in mastermind for her Born This Way Foundation. So I feel like
Yeah.
one day we will cross paths in a way that's like not like I just love her. Like I like as people follow me and I follow my mentor, she's just one of my mentors. And it's cool to have mentors in different areas. You know, I
Yeah.
consider her not just a pop star, like I follow what she does in her foundation and stuff. So yeah, Gaga.
Okay. I
My
To be honest, I won't lie. I have been creeping obviously to get suited for this. So I saw a lot of her mixed in like and I good choice. I like that answer.
I love her.
You win. Okay. What is your favorite way to stand when you're doing color?
I just hate doing hair behind the chair. My next to my person I'm teaching.
Okay. Okay. Good. Good. Um, okay. What is one thing that you actually do to relax? Like I know you're workaholic, but is one thing like is there something that you do? Is there a I don't know. I don't want to say is there a movie you watch or meditation? What's your thing?
So my answer that I want to give is meditation, but I'm
Okay.
not a good meditator.
Well,
It
good.
helps me so much. And when I do it, it's life changing. But do I do it every single day? No, I suck. One of my favorite things, and I hate living in Connecticut. If my fiance ever listens to this, which he won't, he literally like it builds robots, so he's not gonna listen to this. But I hate living in Connecticut, Steve. Can we please fucking move? Like I hate living here. It's too cold. I have depression. I can't be in this winter season. I hate it. So what I literally love is warm weather. And when it was warm out, what I would do every morning, and you're going to be like, ew, I hate you. And everyone's just like, ew, shut up. But I would get up every morning and I would go for a 3.5 mile walk around this reservoir. And it just to be with nature makes me me. And I feel like it has completed me in so many ways because I hate being outside. I'm like, ew, I hate being outside. But when the weather is nice and I could go outside with my dogs and I walk around the reservoir. I love being around water and nature. And then I'll go on the bike from the salon. There's a trail outside. and I go on the bike and I do 9 miles, which isn't even long. It's really not bad. But I go at the same time and I like to see the same people and I wave to them and I blast my music and I'm just like one of those crazy people on my bike. And then after that, I would go to yoga and they had the COVID stuff. So they did the yoga under the tent. So I would have like this morning of exercise and I lost like 100 pounds doing this. But I had this morning of only me, like it only I mattered. And I would get all this done by 10 o'clock. I would get up pretty early and do it. And I
What time
would
do you
give
wake up?
4:30.
Mm-hmm,
Now
mm-hmm.
I've been waking up at like 5:36. Yesterday I woke up at 9 because I hate the cold. If you have the gift of living in warm weather, like
Oh.
please like shut up. Sorry. I literally like I can't because I would give anything and I want to move so bad, but my fiance is just like so tied to his work and he's so happy with his job, so I won't bitch about it. But I really like, and I was never an outdoor person. I never liked to be outside. This is very new for me over the last 2 years. And I just would give anything to have that life back right now. And I'm struggling, I do struggle with like severe depression and nobody
Yeah.
knows this. I really put it out there in my work and kind of hide it and numb it with that. But what I do to relax is take care of myself. I also will lay on the couch for 8 hours and watch or play Cooking Diary, which is an app. It's really, really good. It's like Diner Dash. So it's like a stressful game. Like that's how I relax. And then I also love
Your
like when
relax is being stressed.
yeah. And like when Steve and I have a show, like when we have a show that we watch together, that is like my happiness. If we don't have a show that we're like currently in the middle of, like we'll watch like full, like we have like healthy binge series. So like right now we're watching The Blacklist and I don't know if you ever watched that show, but it's so good.
I worked on it, season 3.
I don't know who I'm talking to clearly. Like I'm gonna go kill myself.
Yeah, so when she went blonde, I made her blonde. Yeah.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Elizabeth Keene. Ugh, I don't know. Anyways, so I love you so much. That is so cool. I did not know that information. I knew you did
That's
celebrity
okay.
and stuff, but I didn't do
Yeah.
like all my research. Please forgive me. Oh my God, you're amazing.
No, are you kidding?
Um,
No. It was the
so,
worst part of my life. Yeah, no. I mean,
so
I can talk about that for an hour, but not on
oh my
not
God.
on the
Well, you have to come on
podcast.
my show. You have to come on my show so you can talk about all of your crazy situations
Oh,
that you want to. I love it. I would love it. So
I'll let you can
um
grill me, but on my podcast, I kind of keep it more.
you grill me.
Oh,
I
yeah.
love it. Totally.
I love that
But
you're
yeah,
watching The
so
Blacklist, though.
yeah, so we have a show right now, but if we don't have a show going on, our relationship struggles. Like
Okay.
we need something that brings us together and connects us, and we do it through shows, vacations, and times where we can connect and relax together and it's kind of just us.
Oh,
So those are the times when I'm like the most relaxed is when, and all of it, if you can tell, has a lot to do with connection and love. Like that's like one of my biggest values and like biggest needs that I have. So like, yeah, pretty much when I can connect with myself and take care of myself and connect with nature, or when I can connect with my partner, or when I connect with myself and God through meditation. So those are my big relaxation points.
I it's you can tell there's a change from there's a change from like your earlier stuff to now this. Like it's a huge beautiful transformation. Like completely beautiful. Just let you, I'm just the outside looking in from watching. So I'm I'm proud of you. Uh,
Thank you.
I know we only know from this, but I'm dang proud of you. Okay, so I know you have a mastermind, right? So give us a little how a why how give me the full rundown how you got to having a mastermind compared to just like classes. Do you know what I mean? Like because it's a different ball game. Like
Oh yeah,
I'm
totally.
like so give it to me.
So Mastermind started, so I was doing this course and I'm going to do it again. I just don't know when I'm going to do it. I
That
did this course
face.
called Master Stylist Certification. This course, like, don't sleep on me, people. This course was freaking awesome and it turned people into 6-figure stylists like overnight. It was insane how much of an impact this class had. So I was teaching, so I first started teaching 5 ways to foil. That was my class I did. I traveled all over, I did that. Then I realized stylists have little to no idea how to grow their business. They know how to do hair. They're amazing at hair. They do a great job, but most of the industry now is booth rental, and it is
Mhm.
what it is. Like I don't have a problem. I mean, I have a booth rental salon. I had not commission. I had a team-based pay salon, so it was an employee-based salon on steroids. And I realized teaching, I would say, how many of you guys know what your pre-book percentage is? No hand.
Just
And I
numbers.
understand that a lot of us don't track our numbers, and I get it. But we should have an idea of, out of every 10 guests, how many are leaving with a future appointment, because pre-book is the number one way to grow your business. And I know that now people are saying like, don't pre-book, or like pre-book only certain people. And I get it. I get what they're saying. But
Hmm.
if you look at your schedule and 80% of it is full, that is great. You have guaranteed money. It's great. And if you book out like 10 years in advance, I understand how that could be stressful. But pre-book is the number one way to grow your business. And there's 3 ways to grow: frequency of visit, average ticket, new clients. This is tried and true business advice that has been given out for many, 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 many years. How can I get people to come in often, spend a lot more money, and tell all of their friends?
Mhm.
Like that is it. There's no big secret. It's the execution of it, right? So I have all this information in my head. I'm running a successful salon. I'm out here teaching foiling, which in my life, I say, like, I have so much more to offer than showing people how to put foil in someone's head. And that is not downing anybody who teaches
No.
foil or make
Mm-mm,
wigs
mm-mm,
or do
mm-mm.
anything, but like, I have so much more I want to share. And I realized I was like, I need to start teaching business. So in my next course that I did, and it was a 2-day course called Master Stylist, I did 1 day business, 1 day hair, and I charged $1,000 a ticket. And it sold out all over the United States.
Bam.
And I was like, holy shit, there's a need for this. And in that class, that's how my mastermind was born. Because, and oh my God, I'm learning so much from this conversation because now it makes sense to me even more. I have a breakthrough moment I'm going to share, but I was teaching all this information, and it was almost like the 2 days we were together in the room, people were having transformations. They were having moments. They were crying. They were connecting, and they were like sharing their biggest fears and feelings and all that. And it wasn't mushy gushy. It was just like, yeah, this is the problem that I'm having. And I thought it was this, but it's really this. And we were working through it together. It was a transformational class. And so many people message me from that and say, like, yeah, I made 6 figures, or yeah, I made 50K more, or yeah, I made 20K more, or yeah, like I've done this, and they have had the transformation. So I wanted to provide a place that these people can connect. And what brought us together is hair. So what I did is I started a Facebook group. I charged $20 and I put hair videos, but it was mainly I was selling it in my classes after they had taken that class. So I call it mastermind because I always say give more than you take from this group.
Mm-hmm.
And people would like, it was really cool because, like, you know how in hair forums people ask questions and you get all kinds of weird answers. It
Yes.
was really cool because like we were surrounding ourselves with people who had taken my education, who kind of had, not like cult like, because it kind of sounds like a cult when I talk about it like that, but they had a similar point of
No.
view and a
Right.
similar perspective, so you can really trust the answers. And that's how mastermind started. And I was pushing it as hair videos, and it was growing because of hair videos. And I think when you get into that like greedy mindset of like, how can I get the most people to sign up, and you start making money, it's just like you kind of lose the purpose, right? So I was teaching, I was like pushing the hair, and I was sponsored by all these brands, pushing hair. All of my time was hair, hair, hair. So it's just like, okay, well, this is about hair, but it's not about hair.
Right.
It's about how can I get you to your transformation. Like, any, you can look on YouTube to do your hair. If anyone wants to learn hair from me, I've got tons of courses and shit. You can learn all my hair techniques. It's all there. You can learn it. But the real part of mastermind is how can I get you to grow, and how can I get you to live the life that you want?
Okay, so I have a little interruption in my own video. I know, weird, right? But have you joined the Wig Hackers community? It is a community that has over 40 hours of my wine and wigs. It has are World of Wigs in there that goes deep dives in certain parts of the wig making journey. So it will have different parts for you to learn from, the different type of lace that I use, the different types of how I lay my foundations. So I want you to make sure you check that out by clicking the link in the description. So you're going to go to decoy.com and hit the Wig Hackers Community so you can join everyone and become in a positive place to become a better wig artist. So let's get back to the podcast.
So we started on Facebook. We had multiple horrible things happen. I got locked out of the group. We had 700 members. I got locked out of Facebook
See, yeah, I
of
hear
my
you.
own group.
Mm, mm,
And the best advice I can give you is if you want to do something like this, get a platform that you own or get a
oh,
platform that has great customer support, because I was locked out. So we moved to a different Facebook group. During that move, engagement just dropped because some people just don't realize and they don't check their email, and it was just like such a disaster. So then after that I was like, okay, well, let's move to workplace so this doesn't happen again, owned by Facebook. Punch me in the face. Like, I did not even comprehend, like, why are you doing the same thing? Do you know what I mean? But I thought it
yes.
would have better support. It didn't. So we lost like half the members. Even if the content was good, it was too confusing, and people like
Move it over
simple.
even.
Yeah. So then I talk about this because I don't want people to make the same mistake as me. There's room for everyone to be successful, and you only need
100%.
1,000 true fans. You only need 1,000 people who believe in you, and you'll make money. It's really, you don't need everybody. You need
Even
your
less. Like,
even less.
I'm just
Yeah.
saying, if you have those uber super fame, but you invest in them too. You invest in everyone. Like, even the clubhouses you do, like, you are nailing it first and foremost. Like, I've never seen rooms get so big so quickly with so many new people. So you are bringing the people. So anyway, I'll stop. I'm just, I watch, I follow.
I
I,
love
I,
you.
I, I'm always in the bottom watching and listening. I like to listen because I do have to work because I can't host rooms so much because I have to work. So, yeah.
Well, I'm
So,
going hard for this. Like, I'm going hard to find the best time of day right now. I really want
yes.
to find the best time of day. And I already picked Monday motivation at 8 a.m. on Mondays, Eastern time, because that's a really good time for me. And I
Hmm.
also see a problem with Clubhouse, and I'm just going to say it. It
Yeah.
really will cut into your mental health,
Oh,
because although we get a lot from it, it burns you out getting so much information. So I'm trying to corner my spot. And I hope that you do this too if you are interested, because you don't
oh,
need to do every day, but find your time slot and just
do
be
it.
consistent.
It for there, it's so about consistency, and then also who you bring in. From my point of view, I got in with, there was like 7 of us, and we held these huge masterminds and just free content, free content, free content, and we'd be on like WhatsApp talking about what we're going to talk about next, and like creating and just like keeping it as informational as possible, because all right, people can listen all day long, but they're not going to be able to implement it. So they're going to
That's
start
what I
looking for
feel.
you.
Yeah, and like what I really have to offer now is I have my mastermind group where it's going to connect you with people. I have tons of info in there. And then there I do the live coaching calls. And I'm going to
Mm,
do those once I run out of hair content, which I shot for 3 months. I have so much hair content, like phenomenal videos. Like, it's just so good. Like, it's so good. Like, I have so much coming. So once I'm out of hair content, which I think will be 2022,
mhm.
I'm going to go in and do more live coaching, so that when people on Clubhouse, they sit there with me for 2 hours, be like, all right, guys, we're going to mastermind 10 a.m. for more. And
Yeah.
I'm going to try to just like build it as a coaching group. And because I do want to help and mentor others, I want to have an impact that way. And I want to build those close relationships with people. So like now, like mastermind started as one thing, it morphed into something else. And then when the pandemic hit, and when
Oh,
we switched to Kajabi and we had to switch the payment provider, we went from 700 to 500, and we went all the way down to 100 subscribers. And that was when I went to rehab. That was like right when I went to rehab, I switched platforms. I had my girl while I was gone do the switch because I couldn't handle it. And God bless her because I passed that right off. I was like, here, Elise, please help me. I'm going to die.
Lucky. You need to give her an award. I'm just letting you
I
know.
know. Yeah, she's the best. She's the best. But we really converted about 180 people, 150 people. And you know, those are my true fans, the people who will pay to work with me. And what people don't realize when they join Mastermind, they're paying my bills and paying my mortgage and making it so that the less I have to work to make money, the more free stuff I can give. So they're
100%.
sponsoring me, like they're my sponsors. You know what I mean? So not only am I providing great
Ugh.
feedback and support in Mastermind, but they're paying to elevate the beauty industry. Anybody who sponsors me and helps me invest in my business, like, you know, and
Ugh.
helps me grow is helping me give for free. And I don't like, I don't want to hustle for money. I really want to be able to give and just be okay, like where I can save for
Right.
retirement and where I can, you know, do what I have to do and save money and put my kids through college. And it's not millions and billions of dollars, but anybody who supports me is supporting me going for free. So now that my mastermind group is where it's at, I'm able for a couple of hours a week to do clubhouse rooms. But if I didn't have that support, I would be behind the chair or doing coaching or making money
Right.
that way. But in reality, it's really like,
They're
this
helping
is how I make
themselves.
my living. And the more support I have, and that's what I try to explain to brands too. And like, the more you can support me to let me do my thing, the more your brand is going to look better and the more
Uh,
you can actually
the
give.
content can look better. Just the content that you put out can look better just by the way just setting up lighting. I understand. Oh my God. You're literally preaching to the choir. So I'm a little like,
Totally.
yes, like
You
100%.
understand, you have so
Oh,
much to offer. And it's like when the brand doesn't understand or when you look for it in the wrong places. So like, I really like, once I have enough support, the quality will go up. Like I'll be able to have a pro video crew. I'll be able to do more live. I'll be able to have it edited nicely. Like I do everything. Like I edit my podcast. I could do more podcasts if I can delegate it to edit,
yes,
you know? So I
100%.
can do a podcast every day if I had the support to edit, market, promote, but like we'll get there, you know?
Yeah.
So Mastermind is really like my brand, my sponsor. They're like my biggest sponsor. But with that, they get so much value. So there's like 100 videos at least in there that just on demand education they can watch. They have the bi-weekly coaching calls. Those are great. And, you know, I'm going to be doing more of that instead. Now I do monthly hair videos, but as I shift, it's going to be more business and life coaching and support and mentorship and growth and motivation. And that's what people need. You know, they can watch hair anywhere. There's way better hairdressers than me. I'm a great hairdresser, but like it's not what I want. I've already done it. It's not what I want to focus on anymore.
Okay. So now, what is one thing in your mastermind that you hear all the time that makes you want to scream?
This educator says this. What do you think? I heard, or when I give advice and they say, well, this educator said this. And I'm like, then go fucking follow them. I don't like that because you know what? I believe that if you, first of all, like if your mentor hasn't done what you want to do,
Yeah. Boop. I mean,
do you know what I mean? Like I have so much
oh,
experience and I add so much value and I give so much. So when somebody says, oh, well, this person said this, I'm just going to be like, then go follow that person. You know what I mean? Like I'm not going to sit here and argue with somebody else's point. Do you value my opinion or not? And it's up to you if you want to make the decision. It's not up to me to convince you. I'm over it.
okay. See, I
Like
knew we were peeps.
I'm totally over it. Like I don't need to convince anybody anymore. Like I know what I bring to the table. I'm not afraid to eat alone. I know what I have to say has value. And am I open for debate? Totally. But
Right.
like
Not in my world.
just if you like, why don't you say that in their group?
Right.
You
Right.
know what I mean? And I will be your guiding light, but don't try to make me win you over. Like, are you here? Are you committed or not? And I hope that my place, like because I give so much that like sometimes it's almost like my fiance says this all the time. He's like, I told you to do that. And like somebody else will tell me and I'll be like, oh, okay, cool. You
Uh,
know, and I don't listen to him.
My assistant's gonna be very mad about this podcast.
Because
She literally is
literally,
like, I told you that. You didn't listen. I'm like, did you?
we have selective hearing from selective people. So it's really like, I always talk about the egg. If you've ever watched the egg on YouTube.
Yes.
Oh,
We have okay. You might be the female version of me.
I'm gonna
Okay.
die. So, but the egg, I always feel like we are each other. So if I treat someone like shit or they treat me like shit, it's just we're contacting each other in a different time. So I
Okay.
love you.
I'm fine. I'm fine. This is a great podcast. This is awesome. We're just gonna take a small pause. I'm gonna just take a beverage sip. I'm okay. Smelling happy.
I'm not.
Happiness. We're good. We're good. We're good. Oh, okay. Wow, we can go on for hours. Okay, but um, okay, we're gonna totally flip this subject. When was the last time you cried and why?
I can't say on here.
Okay. Um,
It will, I can tell you like times before that, but it won't be an honest answer. It's something I felt really left out of something. And it was very mean what happened to
oh,
me. And I cried like a little girl who wasn't invited to the birthday party. It sucked. I just can't say like the real
no,
reason.
no, 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 no,
Um,
no, no. That
but
that's
yeah,
plenty.
that was the
Okay.
real reason. And it was because I got left out. Like I was literally like getting picked last or not even considered. Like it sucked. I was just like, this fucking sucks. Like,
Oh.
and I sobbed. My fiance is just like, are you okay? And I'm just like, I'm not good enough. Like literally, like
Oh,
those,
oh.
oh, it sucked.
Okay. All right. What is the trait you are most proud of?
My intelligence. I'm very smart. Like I literally, and I learn very quickly and pick up very fast. And I have like, people have, and you know what? I can take a compliment because there's a lot of things I hate about myself, but there's a lot of things I love about myself. And people have made the comment to me so many times that I have to just take a look at it. You know, when someone says something to you a lot, you're just like, maybe you're right. People have said you have a very amazing and interesting brain. Like people have
Yes.
said that statement to me maybe
Mhm.
30 times in my life. Like, and that's a lot for someone to say like the
Yeah.
exact same thing. And like, I think that, and that's why I love to be sober now because I feel like I gained like another 30% of my brain. Um, but I'm really proud of that. And I'm proud that I can learn from my mistakes. I do have lessons that keep reappearing. Like, and it's always like
Oh.
my biggest value is like love and belonging and connection and stuff. So sometimes I have bad boundaries and I give too much to the wrong people and I let them hurt me. And that is something that is a lesson. I just need better boundaries. Like I see it, I get it, I understand it, I know it's there, but I still fail. And I'm getting better. But I feel like that's one of the things I'm definitely most proud of is being smart. And I feel like things I have to work on are like, you know, my boundaries and my delivery sometimes. But then again, people kind of like that I'm just like a human being. So sometimes I'll be
Yes.
in like a business meeting with like really important people and I just, this is exactly what they get and they don't know what to do with me. Cause
Yes.
like I keep it so real that you can't like fuck with
Just
me.
like
And I feel like I've lost opportunities because of that, but I also feel like I don't want to work with people who are like not real. You know what I
See.
mean?
So did you
So
really lose an opportunity?
I don't think so, but
See.
like things didn't go my way and I'll question like maybe I need to be more professional or I need to like polish myself better or I need to work on my not saying fuck every meeting. You know what I mean? Like
Um. Okay. I'm older than you, so no. It is about being you now in this day and age. You have to be more who you are. I'm grandma giving advice over here. That's what this just turned into.
I feel like we're the same
No.
age. How old are you? Why are you a grandma? How old are you?
Old. I have a good doctor. I have a good doctor. So girl, please. We don't talk about numbers. We only talk about how much we've paid. So yeah, no. Mm-mm. So no, don't give it up. Please don't. I love it. I'm crass, you know. So don't. No, no, no. It It's going to attract the people you want to be there. And that's why you're there. And that's how you're going to be able to do a better job. Where you're too
Totally.
busy minding your P's and Q's, you're not doing the best work you can. Anyway, that is not what this podcast was for. But that's my 2 cents for you.
No, I
Um,
take it. I take any advice I can get from
I'm
anybody.
just
So
saying,
thank you.
don't like be you. It's got you this far. I should take my own advice. Oh, that hurt. Um,
Don't like we always give this amazing advice, and we're just like, why don't I do that?
Especially now with Clubhouse too, talking and like helping people and like having them have their breakthroughs. I'm like, holy shit, this is me. And okay,
Mhm.
what are 4 products that you have to have if you're on a deserted island? Like if, and it could be anything, but say you don't need like food and water and all that. Like, what are 4 products,
Like
like
coffee.
necessities? Mhm.
Like I love coffee
Great.
so much.
How do you
Like
take it?
so I'm gonna go back to bulletproof coffee. Have you ever had bulletproof coffee?
Ooh,
I
wow.
forgot
Okay.
about it. I
Yeah.
forgot all about it. I don't know what my problem is, but I take it with half and half, like an 8N or a 7N, like
Mm-hmm.
a 7N,
Yeah.
like
I
not
like that.
too light.
No.
And then I do agave in it. That's my favorite. It's so good and it's not horrible for you.
Okay.
But I'm
All
gonna go
right.
back to bulletproof coffee because I don't know why I don't have that. I don't know why I forgot all about it for like 2 years. I think because you have to clean the blender and cleaning the blender fucking sucks.
Sucks. I'll just buy a new blender.
Right? Right? Just throw it away.
I'll just get a new one. Oh my god. Okay.
So coffee. Um, you're gonna
I
have
know,
to
very
edit out
deep
the spot.
question. No, are you kidding? I don't edit nothing.
I'm not saying a hair product. I think that's
I
stupid.
don't
I'm
care.
not saying it.
I don't. This is
Well,
for
I don't
this is
do my hair. Like I don't this is like what I like I don't wear makeup or do my hair that much unless I'm going out or unless I'm shooting and I want to be like if it's going to be like professional and on my page forever, like I'll wear
yeah.
makeup and stuff, but as far as products,
Yeah. Is there a lip gloss? Is there deodorant? You know what I mean? Like what's your thing? What's your thing that you're like, ooh, I gotta go back.
definitely chapstick.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Like definitely chapstick. My favorite one is the Pharmagel one. I don't know if you've ever tried
Oh,
it. It is so
no.
freaking good. I have like 40. I bought like 20 of them and I keep them everywhere. So I have it in my car, my nightstand, downstairs, upstairs, like on my desk. I have them everywhere. I don't know why it's not here and it's stressing me out now. But
Sorry, I didn't mean to do
no,
that.
you're fine. I'm trying to think of what else. So coffee, chapstick. I don't eat food and water.
Nope, you don't need that. We
Like I
got
love
that.
Moe's. Like, do you ever have Moe's?
What's Moe's?
It's like Chipotle. Have you ever had like
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
they're like
Mm-hmm.
burrito bowls, but I don't need
Okay.
food, so I can't live without Moe's. I might go get it today if I have time. Um, if I'm on a desert island by myself, I don't need my coaching program to I listen to my coaching program like all day, all the time.
Wow. Okay. Can I ask
I don't
why?
need that much. My dogs. What's that?
Why do you listen to it every day?
So I'm training to be a life and business coach. And I've
Uh-huh.
been training for like 2 years. Like I've had the course for 2 years, but I won't take the test yet. Like I don't
What
need
you
to
waiting
have a
for?
test. I don't I don't know. I don't want to ever stop being a student of it, I guess. I don't know. But I listen to it all the time and I go back to it all the time. Um,
Okay, well you just need coffee and chapstick. You're a easy lady. Your man's
I
very
guess
lucky.
so. I guess so. I'm sorry. That is such a hard question.
No,
I don't know why.
I
And I
can't
don't want to
believe
say
I.
my phone either. I guess my phone. I don't know.
No, that's a
Ew,
made up
punch
answer.
me
Come
in
on
the face.
now. Okay, so these. Okay, I don't know why I kept these two for the last one, but um, for whom would you most like to say sorry to, and why? I know I went deep. I'm sorry.
Oof, my brother.
Hmm.
So my dad's an alcoholic and he's been in jail like our whole lives, or like on his own journey, we'll say. And my mom worked 24/7 to support us. And I was a very hurt person. And like I had to raise my brother and I didn't do a great job, but I didn't know. I was like 12. So like,
Mm.
I don't know. I just feel like I could have done better, but I didn't really know. And I just like I would say I'm sorry to him for not being the best mentor to him that I could be, or as loving or as kind, because I was kind of just like a teenage girl, or like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I hold a lot of guilt for that, but he kind of knows that, and we are working on our relationship together. So I think like that is like the most vulnerable I can be with that. Other than everyone,
Yeah.
I pretty much make amends as I go, and
Mm-hmm.
so I've kind of already said
Great.
sorry. But I
Yeah.
think that that's something anyone else in this call or in this listening to this can like think like, don't punish yourself for what you didn't know when you didn't know it. And a lot of
I'm
times you
touching
have to
my
like let
nose if
go.
anyone's caring. I'm like, that's you don't know until you know. Like if you can't, and that's the world. And that's why I feel like we're in this great education spot in the world. Everyone wants to learn, but who are you learning from is the next. I just like to look at some receipts. Um, okay. So if you could bring back something that isn't extinct um, in life, what would you bring back? What would you choose? If
Okay, Robert Cromines, if you're listening, he's my biggest mentor. So this CD set I got when I was in beauty school. It's always right here because I always show people it because it's like literally like what built me. He doesn't make them anymore. And I lost because I had so many cars growing up. I left a lot of the CDs in the cars. So
no.
I'm missing like a fuck ton of CDs in this. And I'm just like, damn it, like, get it together, Gina. Like, why weren't you better? Like, why didn't you check the CD before you turn the car in? And I bet they just threw them
Oh
in the trash. They don't realize how freaking
no.
important they are. So I'm
No.
missing like 6 CDs of the 16, 17 disc set. So if I could bring anything back, I would only want one to be available so I can buy it and nobody else. And I would like for him to sign it again. But this is what I have.
Okay.
And
Oh.
nobody has a CD player anyway, so it's really just for the memories, I guess.
Just a
I
book.
listen to them so many times in the car that like I know verbatim what they say, but just I'm a perfectionist, so I wish it was perfect, but maybe
What's your
it
sign?
Gemini,
Mm, okay.
maybe it being
Okay.
imperfect is just as perfect. It represents
Uh,
my journey.
okay. So with that, what would you tell your younger self if you could? Like, what was some kind of advice would you give your younger self?
You're fucking going places, don't stop.
Mm, okay. All right.
You're going places.
And now
Because I've
for
been so
everyone.
sad. I was so
eh,
sad. Like like I'm not good
Oh.
enough. And I just wish I could tell myself, like, you're going places, like you're good enough. Like there's a place for you in this world.
uh,
And I'd give the same advice to everybody else.
I was I was going there too. So that was like the second half. What would you tell people that want to be like you? Like what kind of advice?
So don't try to be me, but do what I say. Take my advice. Don't try to be me. Take my advice. Because so many times we try to be these people and the best thing we could be is ourselves. Because like we try to be everybody else, but like we're all born with like this incredible beautiful mission and purpose, and if we try our whole life to be like somebody else, we're missing it. And in your next life you're not going to grow as much as you could have, and then when you come back like the egg, you're just not going to have as much knowledge to like come back. It's so stupid. Be who you are, say how you feel, because those who mind don't matter, those who matter don't mind. Be yourself, everyone else is taken. All those quotes, like bring it back down to like take care of yourself, be yourself. You're here for a mission. Try to improve your conscious contact with God as you understand God yourself. Like who are you? Who's speaking to you? Who's giving you these answers? And be yourself. Everybody else is taken.
I, Ding. I mean, I need like sound effects, like literally, because this is it's like slapping the mute button on Clubhouse. Like
Oh my God,
yes.
right? Literally, yes. That's
So,
like my new tick now. Like I'm
uh,
doing it
oh.
everywhere.
everywhere.
Literally. If you're not on Clubhouse, get on Clubhouse.
Hello, get on Clubhouse. Um, so where can people find you? You know, where where
You can-
where do you want people to go? How about that?
Clubhouse, Mondays, 8 a.m. Eastern. If
Great.
you're on the West Coast, wake up early, no excuses. Just start your Monday early with me. And so Monday mornings, 8 a.m. You can find me in Mastermind. You can find me on Instagram at I am Gina Bianca. That's my big page. But I think that Clubhouse has so much value, and my
It's only gonna
Instagram
get
has
bigger.
value too. There's so much on Instagram too.
Oh,
GinaBianca.com. Click the link in my bio. Whatever, you guys can find me.
oh my gosh. I
Swipe
just
up,
have to
swipe up, swipe up.
say swipe up, swipe up, press the button, press the button. Oh my gosh. This was absolutely great. I knew it was gonna be fun, but any closing words for anyone? Anything that popped in your head that you're like, oh, I missed it.
Well, I always say this, and I know time is like the biggest unrenewable resource that we have. And like when people spend time listening to like a 45-minute podcast episode with me on it, like I honor your time. And I know there's so many people you can listen to and so many people you can spend that time with. So any time you spend with me, know that I don't take it for granted and I'll never let you down when it comes to adding value.
Well, that's one way to end that podcast. That's for dang sure, everyone. So make sure you check her out. I'm sure you're going to see some things in the future. And I'll definitely have to have you come back on. So thank you all so much, Wig Hackers. You know where to go, what to do. And don't forget, make sure you make your wigs look good because you know I'm scrolling your Instagram. All right. Next time. Did you like that? Wasn't that some fun? So you can now check her out at Gina Bianca on IG. You can follow her on Facebook, Instagram, all of the platforms she is on. And I want you to make sure you stay in the know by clicking that button below so that you can get the best news from the Wig Hacker community and you can join and be a part of it all. And that's what I really want. I want to help you get to your next step in your wig making business so that you can make more time by making fewer wigs that cost more money. So stay tuned.